Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Devastation!
Everlasting!
Radiant shot! Here!
Negative mirage! Here I come!
Pierce evil!
Flash!
Freeze Lancer!
Stop!
Airborne
Here I
beast!
come!
My
I'm
step!
not done! Eternal devastation!
Glacial spear!
Got fire!
I'm done! Let him
I'll
mark
take you
me!
all on! All yours!
Tiger Blade! Burn!
Here I come!
This is it!
Eternal devastation!
Damning! Stalagmite! Fury! Burn
This
it!
one's all mine!
Blowing in spear!
It's over!
Pierce evil!
Ah! Ignite!
Tiger Blade! Freeze Lancer!
Elusive
Crazy!
fiend!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn!
Make it rain!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Take this! Devastation! Strike! Mirage! Take this! Sliding! In a bind!
Here, let me help!
It's over?
Come on!
I'll face you!
You have to hold on! Piercing roar!
Elusive deity!
No more playing nice! Come on! I'll blow you to smithereens! I'll bring you back from death to this!
Now you see what I can do!
This one's mine!
I'm on it!
One more! Tiger Blade! Lion Power!
Not done yet!
Searing Flame!
Penumbra!
Tiger
Blade!
Blade!
Ridwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Eat this! The enemy yields arts too!
You'll soon see about that! Far enough!
It was working! I'll run you through!
Going in! Tiger Blade! Burn! Talon Storm! Appreciate the help! Their arms were interrupted! On guard! Here, let me help!
You're helping me become a path.
It's for the good of all of us.
Is it now?
Glacial Spear!
Here's the new Ridwell! Demons descend! Flashing Fang! You're wide open! First strike! Elusive deity! You're wide open! Burn up!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Everyone's still in one piece?
That's far enough! You wanna play? Then come at me! That's awesome! Here, Tiger Blade!
Eat this! I'll run you through!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Eat this! Now I'm in the groove! Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still? Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
You're done! I'm on it! I'll execute!
It's over.
Denied! Now I'm in the groove!
Do it!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done.
I'm only getting started.
Blossom! Rotating pile climber! Tornado drive!
Here's the
This
evil.
one's mine! You as a dust!
This one's mine. Make it rain, Kisara! I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Want to be the one to block next time?
Huh? Not really my thing.
Attack time!
Radiant
Talent storm! Now I'm surrounded! Down on the ground!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
An astral art?
That's my cue. Get toasty.
Bird strike!
Right, next one.
Already on it! I'll smash you! Elusive deity! Talent storm!
This one's mine. Where are you going?
I'll face you! I'm on it!
Make it rain.
Shoot on!
Get toasty.
Bird strike!
Radiant
Talent storm! Talent arcade! Rip and tear!
Look sharp. I'm only getting started.
First strike!
Denied. Make it rain.
Talent storm!
All yours, Kisara.
I suppose swords have their uses.
The size was a bit much, though.
I won't forgive you.
I shall ensure you survive this.
First strike! Talent hurricane! First strike! Watch this! I'll end you! Talent storm!
Look sharp. Look sharp.
Death blossom!
Talent storm. Where are you going?
I'll finish you here and now!
Leave the enemy targets to me. Turn.
That's the power of comrades in arms!
Comrades in arms.
What?
Sentimental?
I'm only getting started.
Hitting talent!
Excited.
Can you take
I'm
it?
only getting started.
Death blossom!
Down on the
Talent
ground.
storm!
Does it hurt?
I'm ready!
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Out of my way!
Death blossom!
In a bind?
Talent storm!
Begin! A new melody!
First strike!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
If it's in
I'll
the
finish
sky,
you here and now!
burning,
I'm on it!
up. This one's
Leave the
mine.
ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me! Talent hurricane!
I've let you
Give
all
up!
down.
You made no! Don't leave me all alone.
I'll bring you back from
Burn!
death to this. Look sharp.
Another incantation ruined.
Healing art.
Take this!
First aid.
I'm ready!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
Not a chance! Here I come! Devastation!
Rods and pain.
You're mine! This one's all mine!
Take this.
Tiger blade! Swallow blade!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I'll heal you!
If it's in the sky,
Swallow
it's
blade!
mine.
Eternal devastation! Devastation! Penumbra! I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heavens! Phoenix Cyclops! I can feel my power growing! Coming through!
One more.
Going in! Elusive deity! Dragon Getting piled by awesome! Tornado
Here, let me help.
I'm on it!
First aid.
Appreciate the help.
Dragon
Ready to go.
Death blossom!
Radiant here.
Everlasting!
This one's mine. Here, let me help.
Make it rain! I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life! And
Let me
done!
help.
Let's keep up the pace.
That's begin!
Hurricane.
You require a hand.
Eat this!
Glacial Spear. Here's
Eat this!
evil.
Come on! Too slow! Too slow!
Right here. I got you.
Elusive deity! Storm! Hitting Tiger Blade!
Evil.
I'm on it! I'll run you through!
Going in. Do it.
I'll face you!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble. Any chance we could make the next time a little bit warmer?
Does it look like it comes with a thermostat?
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Go! One more! Tiger Blade! Hurricane! Crescent Moon! Eat this! In a bind?
Like moth to the flame.
Now I'm in the groove! Technique Stone Time! Thank you! Crescent Tiger Blade!
Glacial Spear. Here's evil.
I'll end you! Penumbra!
Make it rain!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Going in.
I'm on a roll now! Elusive deity! I can carve through armor! Rotating pile drive!
Going in.
Tornado drive! Crumble! Eat this! I'll run you through! I'm ready! Go in! Hey! Ha! Blow them away!
Good to know my training is paying off.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Eat this! One more!
Tiger Blade! I owe you one far enough!
Tempting! Look, I've lost my focus!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Where are you going?
Sword! Tempting! I'll run you through! Take this! Dragon Tiger Blade!
Here's evil.
Rotating pile driver!
Freeze Lancer!
Now I'm in the groove!
Look sharp!
I'll face you! Death
Going in.
Searing Flame!
First strike! Talon Storm! No further! Talon Storm!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Down on the
You
ground!
may get out of this alive
Shield.
after.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
I'll smash you! I'm just too slow!
Gemini Aqua!
Eat this! The Tempest engulfs you!
Going in.
Do it! Elpis!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Wow! Look what I just found.
Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. First strike!
You want me? Come get me!
Hey! I'm Death Blossom!
This one here!
Dragon Shout! I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
This one, not by a long shot.
Elusive deity! Hurricane! First strike! This one's mine! I'll run you through! Tiger Blade! That's a challenge!
Get toasty!
Burn strike! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Reload!
Going in. Going in.
Into the shadows!
It's time! Stalagmite!
I'm gone! I'm all stuffed up!
This one's mine.
I'll face you!
Going in.
Radiant Pierce!
Perhaps we ought to recuperate for a while.
I agree. Fighting in this state would be reckless.
armor is all mine! Now you see what I can do! Here goes! Storm!
Freeze laser!
Now I'm in the groove! Talon Storm! No further! Dragon Shout!
Here's a
Talon
hero!
Storm! Denied!
I never miss!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Burn in hell! Appreciate the help! Eat this!
Let me help!
Things come
I don't have much left.
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
I'll heal you all!
Talon Storm!
Here goes. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher!
I'll
Make
heal
it
you
rain!
all!
Get on!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Right, next one!
Already on!
Thanks, Shion.
Radiant
Tectonic
Punch!
Punch!
I'm all set
Blow
up.
away!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Menancia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
Will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm... Been looking for you. For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why? Beautiful, precious life. What the... That is all I desire. Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Mega Ray!
Begin! I'm the next time to shine!
Benediction
I'll smash you!
Reload!
Talent Storm!
Mega
I'm on
Ray!
it! I'll finish you too!
Where are you going?
Who the hell are you?
Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Here.
Back into the fray!
Now we're not.
Aw, too shy to come
In a bind?
Take this.
Meteor!
Fall.
Resonate with the
Forgive me. This is my pain. I'm such a failure.
Imbue this vanquished soul with life!
Lightning!
From beyond! Imbue this vanquished soul
Here's a
with
healing
life!
art.
Resuscitate!
First aid!
Resonate with the earth!
Tempest!
Stalagmite!
Take this.
Our art is being interrupted.
Enjoy.
I'll watch it! Resuscitate! Not today!
Show me your
Let me
strength.
help. First aid! Harder. Take it! And again!
Talent hurricane!
Here!
Not like this!
I couldn't make it in time.
First
I've
aid!
let you all down.
From beyond!
Take this.
Imbue this vanquished soul with
Reload!
life!
This
From
one's
beyond!
mine!
Imbue
Here's a
this
healing art!
vanquished soul with
First
life!
aid!
Another incantation ruined.
Back into the fray!
Not done yet!
Entertain me.
What? From beyond!
Here,
Imbue this
finest.
vanquished soul with life!
First aid!
Powers resuscitation!
I have to train harder.
Here's a healing art!
I don't have much
I'll
left.
face you!
I'll end this with my own hands! One more! I never miss!
Here.
Here, let me help!
Grind you into no further!
First aid! Searing flame! Time reload!
Take this.
Flame of
You picked the
fury!
wrong fight.
Switch to offense! Glacial spear! Here!
that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Sleeping on the ground beneath the heavens like this? Why, it's hard to complain.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow! Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
All done. Come and eat.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. Do you mind watching our camp tonight? Shall we get moving?
We've reached our destination.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Don't worry, I've got plenty to go around.
You're mine! Devastation!
Can you take it?
I'm not done!
Nothing gets by
Can you
me.
take it?
Swallow blade! Slash!
Can you take it?
Do it!
I got fires! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade! Slash! Eternal devastation! Hitting fire! Tornado drive! It's showtime! You're mine!
Spear.
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
Frozen.
Hammer!
I'm all stuffed up! Mega Ray!
Swallow blade! Severing wind!
Make it rain!
Zoe.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Get lost!
Resonate with the devastation! Mirage! Take this! Ignite!
This one's
Get out of
mine.
this!
There.
You're mine! No escape! Strike! Elusive
Make it rain!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Strike! Mirage! Here I come!
You want me?
Swallow blade!
I'm ready!
Eternal devastation!
Make it rain! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Glacial
Now!
spear.
Take
Here's
this!
evil.
Devastation! Mirage!
Bring
You're
on.
mine!
One more! Make it rain!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I'm practically unstoppable.
Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
I'll do my best!
Wind! Devastation! You're mine!
Mega rain! Denied!
Strike! It's over!
Get behind me!
Devastation! Take this!
Pesky airborne
Leave the
scoundrel.
enemy art
Done
free.
a job for yours truly!
No complaints here!
Rising
Hold on.
Crown!
Here's evil.
Burn in hell!
Take this!
Try this! Devastation! Mirage!
Tiger Blade!
I'm ready! Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Carved through armor! We've turned the tables on him.
There are just like that, I'm back
Right.
in.
No
Start by
time to hold
holding the
back.
front line.
No sooner said than done.
Eternal devastation!
Tiger Blade!
You're going pretty hard in this.
I am not usually given to restraint.
I need to be stronger.
that big tower over there?
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Not this way, I guess.
You finally made it. Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings, it said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renins can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shiona's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renins like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
How?
Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies!
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danons in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danons, Why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renants are Renants. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Tannin's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renin pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renins.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Beifan? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renins as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renins. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a rooster rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is... When you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him, too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the...
Hmm?
Hey. Yeah! Good.
All right!
There's no point in reading it unless you plan on making it.
hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Hopefully it's nothing that'll be...
Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
You see... Anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Oh, yeah? How's this?
Great! Yes. Hey!
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there.
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though. Maybe it's time I... try on something new.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Poodle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey!
Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes!
What?
What?
I don't believe this!
All right.
No.
Sure.
Really now.
Yes!
What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but... frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Let's see what you've got.
Severitista!
How about
Mirage!
this?
Tempest and go!
Reload!
Swallow
Take
blade!
this!
Slash!
By the power
These
of
ones
Lord,
can run rings around you.
primed and ready. Tiger blade!
Eat dirt!
Lion
Elusive
power.
deity!
Rotating fire driver!
Too fast!
Do it!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Go for it! Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
Here I come!
Not by a long shot.
Win! Here I come! Begin! Tempest! It's over! Elusive
Make your
deity!
way!
Go, Helene! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Excited.
Now! Take this!
I'm only getting one.
I'll face you.
Slash!
Switch to offense.
Strike!
Time to shine.
Swallow blade! Win! Mirage! Elusive
Piercing
deity!
roar!
It's over! Devastating fire! Here I come! I'm ready!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Maybe something's going on in the forest. Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Why didn't the Renans take advantage of all of these ruins around here? It seems like a missed opportunity.
Most likely because it would be inefficient for harvesting astral energy. That's what dictates the current positions of each realm's capital.
Plus, Renans are averse to using anything that belonged to the Danans.
I won't forgive you!
Take this! Piercing roll!
Freeze
I'm not
laser!
done! In a bind, you're finished! Win!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Blade. Here I come!
Angela, do it! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes, a merry distraction. Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And pummeling to me! With the Crush mine! Slash!
Lion
Blade.
Howl!
Slash! Ignite!
Going in! I'm only getting started!
Slash! Not a chance! Slash!
Going in! I never miss!
Down on the
Do
ground!
it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Onward and upward. An opponent like this should be easy. Mirage!
This one's here!
Slash!
Swing
Resonate with the earth!
Mega
I'll
ray!
smash you! Slash! Stalagmite! I'm
Generate
not done!
Aqua! I'm gone! I'm all stocked up!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Pistol!
Can you take it? Does it hurt?
Eternal devastation!
Make it rain!
Take control! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Mirage! Here I come!
Make it rain!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! I can feel my power growing!
Catching a cold? Here, have this herb I found earlier.
I'm fine, thanks.
Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great! That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Wind down on the ground! Slash!
Shield
You're mine! No further!
Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
I'll face you!
This one's mine!
It's over! Burn it!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Ha! Ground and pound!
Slash! Swallow blade!
Ready to go!
Here I come!
Here, flame of fury!
Slash!
Guardian field!
I feel kind of funny.
Yeah, you're looking funny too.
Right.
Down!
I should probably do something about that.
Now I can let loose!
I'll cover
Elusive deity!
Recover!
Okay, here I go.
Here goes!
Where are you going?
Swallow blade! Wind!
How about
Devastation!
Idiot!
Devastation!
I've taken too many hits!
Recover!
Sloppy!
Stay away from my friends!
Here's the evil!
Heal! Swallow blade! Here I come! Imbue this vanquished soul with life!
Mega ray! By the power of water!
Swallow blade! Imbue this vanquished soul with life! Slush! Shattering us to pieces!
Here's the healing art!
Take this!
First aid!
Slush!
Going in! Idiot! Discharge!
In a bind!
Look sharp!
Hear me!
Benediction
Burning
life!
strike!
Heal! Take this!
Here I go!
Swallow blade!
Shield and
I
mace!
can carve through armor!
Mega ray!
Crush! Try harder!
Here's the healing art!
It's on!
Look
Here
sharp!
I come! Eternal devastation! Not today! Tempest!
Here's the rush! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
You're mine!
Idiot!
Eternal
Discharge!
devastation! It's too much!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Down on the ground!
Power of light!
Here,
I'm ready to go!
Arctic!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Rotating pile driver.
Here's a healing dart!
Far enough.
First aid!
Swallow blade.
Not to be forgotten.
Swallow blade.
Where are you going?
Thrust.
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that.
Elusive deity.
Here, let me
Thrilling
shot.
performance.
Swallow blade.
I owe you one for that.
Elusive deity.
Here's the armor.
Ignite!
Now or
Time to
never.
shine.
Benediction light.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks,
Another
Kitara.
incantation ruined.
Now you've gone and ticked me off.
Devastation!
Here! Guardian field!
In a bind?
I'm ready to
Mirage! Eternal devastation!
Enough feelings so great.
Try harder! Not a chance!
Resonate with the element!
Eternal devastation!
I'm ready!
Heal you all.
Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
We can really make weapons with this? What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
There's something in the water.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Hup. Reel it in. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Ha! Could it be? Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
Where should I cast my line? Reel it in. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Yeah! I've got something. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
That went pretty well.
I've got something. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
I've got a good feeling about this one. I didn't think I'd catch something this big.
Stars above! That's gotta be a new record!
Okay, change of plans. Reel it in. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Nice work!
Yeah! I've got something. Gotta know when to quit. Yeah! I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. I've got something. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
Oh! I did it! But I'm not gonna quit now.
Remarkable. You're top of the food chain.
All right! Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Okay, change of plans. Time to try a different spot. Hup. I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
Okay, change of plans. All right, once more from the top. Hup. Time to try a different spot. Ha! Time to try a different spot. All right, once more from the top. Yeah!
All right.
Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Gotta break through! Severing way!
Right here! I got it!
Slash!
Radiant launch!
Here I
Ready! I'm going!
Escape!
Take this! Tiger Blade!
Confiscated!
Swallow blade!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Eternal devastation! Destroy!
I'm ready!
I'm ready! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
I'm ready!
My concentration is dwindling. Perhaps I'm tired. Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Mega Ray! Annihilation! Here
I Swallow blade! Not today!
Gemini Aqua! Going in!
Sword Rain Alpha!
How about this?
Take this! We've got flyers!
I've got
I'm
this.
ready.
Let him marksman!
Light Burst 4!
Radiant Genesis!
Thunder Tusk!
Eternal
Here!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
I'm ready! Shut him down! In an instant! Impact Rock! Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
Severing wind!
Look sharp!
Going in! Devastation!
Can't get out of this!
Crush!
Crescent
Swallow!
move! Art expert coming through!
Eternal devastation!
This one's mine!
Flash! I'm not done!
Look sharp!
Into the
over.
field! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Ignite!
Ground and time!
Swallow blade!
Izmir, discharge!
Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand
I'm
back.
not done!
I'll trip it up.
Far enough!
Glacial spear!
Swallow blade!
Aw, too shy to come over! Look sharp!
I'm not done!
Turn you into dust.
Time to
Take
shine!
this!
I'm all stuck up!
Going in!
Swallow blade! Crush!
On guard!
Here I come! Eternal devastation!
Catapult. I'm ready.
Slash!
Elusive
Try
deity.
this!
You require heavy
Look sharp! I feel sprightlier than before.
Hoo, 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 hoo. Hoo, 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 hoo. Hoo, 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 hoo.
Let's see what you've got.
This one's mine!
Take this!
Glacial spear!
You picked the wrong fight! Have this! Swallow blade!
Freeze level!
You wanna play? Come at me! Look sharp!
Swallow blade!
Armor won't save you.
I'm ready! I'm not done!
I'll face you.
This one's mine!
Take this.
This one's
Eternal
mine!
devastation! Eternal
Prepare to
devastation!
be
These
seized.
enemies aren't to me!
You going?
Actually,
No complaint
is more
here!
appropriate.
Less talking, more doing!
In an instant! Impact cross! We work well together.
Finely timed waltz.
Burn! Okay, here I go.
Going in.
Mirage!
You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan on training.
That's what I like to hear.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Eternal devastation! Take this!
Shield and rain!
Elusive deity.
Rotating pile driver!
Make it rain!
Long. Say, ha! Blow them away.
If you want me to keep healing you, I'm gonna need to rest up.
Sounds prudent. How long has it been since I last went this hungry?
Who?
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Looks like we got another reward.
I didn't realize that so many still remained. Danon owls truly are majestic indeed.
I thought the Danon owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alphen and Xion can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah? Maybe you'll be lucky twice. Go on, give it a shot.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of owls. It's a testament to how much you care for Hootle, Rinwell.
I wonder which branch Hootle will perch on.
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
A fish! You saw it too, right? Okay, change of plans. Yeah! I've got something. That's not a fish I see often.
Wow, what an awesome fish you caught! There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master Core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my master core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hootle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah, more than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hootle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do. If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed.